My jealous girlfriend kept on verbally assaulting her half-sister and ruining the wedding, so I ended up proposing. So I, 25 male, and my girlfriend, 25F, let's call her Alexa, have been together for 3 years. Alexa has always compared herself to other people, she is hyper-competitive and always wants to be the center of attention. I love her so much because when it's just us, she has the sweetest and most thoughtful personality. However, when we are out at events she usually lets her ugly emotions out. A few days ago it was her brother's, George, wedding and we attended. Us and a few of our very close family friends were at the same table later at the venue. Turns out my girlfriend's half-sister, let's call her Rachel, was invited and was assigned at the same table as me and my girlfriend. I have to note that Rachel is my mother-in-law's daughter. She had right before she had Alexa and then completely abandoned Rachel with her dad to live her life with Alexa's dad. They hadn't found out about Rachel's existence until mother-in-law confessed to George that she had a daughter before them. So George reached out and found Rachel and she was happy to maintain a relationship with them, but Alexa was completely against it and didn't even want to meet her. That's why Rachel and Alexa don't get along. That was 4 years back. I also have to say that I have met Rachel and we got along well. Since Rachel didn't know anyone else at the wedding, George put her at the same table as me and Alexa and our friends. My girlfriend was very proud to be sat at the closest table to the family, which signifies utmost importance among the guests. So when Rachel also sat there she immediately got angry, and was put in a bitter mood. It is important to note that Rachel was substitute best man, because the original best man was extremely sick, and upon finding out this information, it probably tipped over Alexa. She kept throwing little innocent insults at her and then said she was just joking. Rachel didn't really seem to mind, and just brushed it off. However, when the groom was giving his speech, and repetitively mentioned how Rachel's constant efforts as a consultant to his company allowed for his family and future kids not to be homeless, Rachel started crying from the many applause she was getting. On the other hand, my girlfriend just grew more resentful. I knew that my Alex was going to do something terrible, and I wish I could have just pulled her aside back then. That way none of this would have ever had to happen. A couple minutes after the speech she started off again with the loaded insults. Again Rachel did not mind until Alexa said, "So, Rachel, how's your dad?" I almost lost it then. Rachel's dad passed when she was 15 and everyone knew. Because of her father passing, and not being in contact with her mother at the time, she had to work 3 jobs at 16. She somehow managed to graduate college with full honors, which led her to create her own $1 million consulting firm. Rachel was also a model for some of the most popular perfume and clothing brands. Rachel didn't say anything but just looked at her with an almost pitiful look, while obviously holding back tears. She then excused herself and went to get a drink. I turned to Alexa and tell her that if she doesn't stop being a bitch and apologizes I will leave her right there and then. Alexa got defensive, saying that I'm defending Rachel because I'm attracted to her and that I want to give her a pity F because she's the poor orphan. She said all that in front of everyone. So what I did next shocked her. Before I could get my sweet revenge, I had to individually apologize to everyone around us for Alexa's behavior. It was so bad that even the groom noticed. But I went and talked to him and explained the situation, so he just told me to do my best ability to keep Alexa calm. I knew what I had planned next was anything but calm. But I reluctantly agreed and congratulated him on the wedding. Once more. Instead of going and seeking out my girlfriend, I was too angry to talk to her, so I went and started chatting it up with Rachel. Even though she was trying to hide it, it was obvious that she had been crying. We actually got along really well, and I was used to talking to a female other than my girlfriend, especially one that was as stunning as her. She said she wanted to show me something outside behind venue, and I'm not sure whether it was the alcohol or the fact that I was so mad at Alexa, but I reluctantly followed her. I knew what I was doing was wrong and unfaithful to Alexa, and what happened next certainly wasn't my proudest moment.